Hello YouTube, how you doing? How you doing? This is Keith Kevin Ken. Time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. Yep, it's Monday. It comes around so freaking quick and so often. The good news is we're alive to see another Monday. The bad news is we're going to spend most of it at work. Most of us will. It's Monday, June 26, 2017. Yeah, I always give the date. And the reason is we do this pretty much every day. Every now and then I take some time off. And I want you to know the date that it's recorded, no matter when you watch it, 2 weeks, a month, a couple of years from now. So let's see what I'm going to try to use to battle this Monday blues that I always have. This is my Rolex Datejust. Just a nice classic Rolex that I put on my wrist. I don't become Superman. But I do become, I can make it through the day, man. I put that on my wrist and oh man, a beautiful Cuban cigar in my dress shirt pocket, and I sniff it throughout the day. I don't smoke it under the garage, you know, that place that workplaces have you, everyone's huddled to do a quick smoke. No. I wait until I get home to smoke this. This is a Sancho Panza, and oh my goodness gracious, talk about great flavor that Cuban cigars are so well known for. My Shown Design pen, it's bronze today. My skinny, and at the end of the day, I don't sniff this during the day. I can get in trouble sniffing this during the day. But I'll tell you something. If I could sniff that and this, I'm set for the day until I get home to smoke that and drink my Macallan 18. Single malt scotch and a Cuban cigar. And that is why I get up and go to work on Mondays. All right? Someone, it was cute. I think they meant it in a nice way, a throw-off way. I hope so. I'm sure they did. But someone, I posted an Instagram of one of these dumps, and they said, "Oh, you're spoiled." This is the 1994 unicorn coin. There are 4 of them from China. Chinese unicorn coin. So I assume it was in good jest and everything, which is fine. I'm gonna just say this: when you're a 58-year-old man with 3 kids and 5 grandchildren, and you work a lot, and you've been through the entry level all the way through, that ain't spoiled. That's called working for the American dream. Grown men can't be spoiled when they're working for they have. But thank you. I understand what you meant. I'm very lucky to have all these knives. So thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate it. Now let's talk about the knives. Yeah, it's my LadyBug Hap 40 steel LadyBug sprint run. That means Spyderco did a handful of Hap 40 knives: the Stretch, the Delica, the Endura, the Dragonfly, the Man Bug, and this LadyBug. So about 1,000 plus or minus a couple hundred. You see the line below it is a Hap 40. It is sandwiched between SUS 410. Just to give it a little bit more strength. It's strong enough, but just to give it a little bit more strength, and to even help with the stainless steel properties. But just a really nice knife. Of course, you know the LadyBug, 1.9 inches. Really nice. About 1.7 of that is edge. This, like I said, has HAP 40 steel. Only 4.4 inches long. It's a small one. It's perfect for a keychain knife, which I will use it for. It's so small it doesn't have a clip. It's only 0.6 ounces. It's half the size of my lucky silver coin, 1 ounce silver coin. Strong, but here's the thing with this little knife, these little big knives, as Spyderco calls them. It's small, but even in my fat Michelin Man hands, you got FRN scales, fiberglass reinforced nylon scales, space age plastic. You have a very strong back lock. Very strong. Strong detent. Look. Very strong detent. Strong lock. Just throw it in your pants pocket. You know, that little pocket. Throw it with your change. FRN steel can handle it. Put it in your purse. Just a really nice knife. Yeah, I went with a matching set from Chris Reeve. It's Monday. I'm ready for a matching set, and a classy matching set at that. This is the Chris Reeve Mnandi. Mnandi is very nice in Zulu. Very nice in Zulu. Zulu is the native language of South Africa, and Chris Reeve is from South Africa. And oh man, this is very nice. It really is. 2.75 inch blade. This is with Devin Thomas basket weave Damascus. Look how beautiful. Basket weave Damascus is unfrickin' believable. Really tight layers of steel, so you get this wonderful spine. Oh, down the length of it. Just really nice. This is actually the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. This is actually a frame lock, even though you might mistake it for a liner lock. It is a frame lock, even though the scales cover most of it. The scales, by the way, is Bocote wood. And yes, it's natural wood. That's why there are no two the same. They're all different. Inlaid on top of polished titanium. You have titanium liners. This is beautiful. It just is. It only has a right hand tip up clip, and look at that clip. It's more like a tie clip, right? But honestly, same easy way to open with the left hand. See-through construction. Oh man, it's just a piece of work. I really love my Mnandis. I do. And I want to match it up with a big Sebenza. Yeah, this is the large Sebenza 21 with the Bocote inlays again. 3.6 inch blade. Satin S35 VN steels. Crucibles S35 VN steel. Very good steel. Chris Reeve helped develop that steel, and he loves it. They're in all of his knives. Polished titanium. 2 strips of Bocote wood on the front, 1 on the back. Of course, titanium liners. And in most of the knives, I love it, just polished all around, and then leaving the clip in the lock alone. Of course, it's the Chris Reeve frame lock that he created and is so well known for. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I love it. I do. I have to say, love Chris Reeve, hate him, love his knives, hate him. This man, for the price, now there are so many mid-techs. I mean, just in the 3 years that I started collecting, it has really changed. I don't know what's custom, what's not, what's mid-tech, what's production really, because a lot of the custom folks, and I don't blame them, have gone to mid-tech, kind of more production knives. And this used to be, everyone used to say, oh, the Chris Reeve knives so expensive. And yes, they're not cheap knives. But man, I'm seeing knives from people I don't even know who they are or where it was produced that are more expensive than a plain Jane Chris Reeve knife. They're just more expensive. And there are wonderful people on YouTube that'll tell you what they are or whatever. But let me tell you something. Get a Chris Reeve knife. People ask me what they start with, and I have a bunch of Chris Reeve knives. Just get a plain Jane 21 and go from there. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the market has outpaced Chris Reeve Sebenzas and Mnandis and every other knife that you can get. It's serious. I'm serious about that. Just check. V's lifetime warranty, and you know the quality. This is the knife that got away. I was thinking, if it wasn't a Monday and I didn't want to just have classy stuff in my pocket, I would have done this. This is the Troodon. You know, the big brother, and I have one, and I have a video on all of my out the front Microtech knives, or most of them, so go check it out on this site. But this is the Troodon, not the Combat Troodon. The Combat Troodon is a beast of an out the front. This is a beast of an out the front, but at a small size. It's the perfect EDC size. It has great action. This, the Troodon, my Troodon and my UTX 85, best action out of all my knives. You know, you get stiff. Some of these knives are stiff pulling back. Now these are double action. You push them out and you pull them back. But those, no problems with that. And by the way, I don't have a problem with it. If I have to use two hands to pull back the blade, that's fine. As long as it fires out when I need it to fire out. And these, at least all of mine do. Okay, and I think I have 13 of them. Okay, I just really love it. Of course, this has a 3.1 inch blade. It's a Tanto blade, Elmax steel. Has that groove in it. Just a wonderful design too. Aluminum handles. Has the grip right here to give you a little grip. A little grip. It's almost like jimping right there. And on the firing pin, there's jimping as well. Just a wonderful knife. But I've decided to go with my Chris Reeve knives. There you have it. By the way, I'll probably get comments of people going, oh, Chris Reeve isn't cheap. It's expensive. Look. It all depends. It's all relative. And I get it. And I own a lot of knives that are a lot less expensive than a Chris Reeve knife. But what I will tell you is go to Blade HQ and go up to their new knives section. And you'll look at a lot of knives. And I'm sure from wonderful people. In fact, I have to get some of those Todd Begg, mid knives, they have some great knives. And again, they cost the same area as a Chris Reeve knife, which is great. And I need to start getting some of those mid-tech Todd Begg knives, because, man, what I've been seeing, they're great. But all of those prices have finally met up with the Chris Reeve knives. That's it, you guys. You have a perfect day. If I can't have one, I definitely want you and yours to have it. Spend a little time alone. Being selfish as men, we learn not to be that selfish, except in our toys. But spend a little time with the social media off. I know how hard it is, and I'm an old guy. I didn't grow up with social media. But spend a couple of minutes with that and just alone with yourself. Hey, keep those pockets full. You guys have a perfect day. Goodbye.